Wise Men International carries a great legacy from the inception of a lunch club created in 1922 by a group of dedicated YMC members in Toledo, Ohio, United States of America, under the leadership of Judge Paul William Alexander. Today, the International Association of Wise Men's Clubs is a worldwide fellowship of persons actively serving the YMCA and our local communities to build a better world for all humankind, with the motto, to acknowledge the duty that accompanies every right.
As we are going to celebrate the 100-year anniversary of the foundation of our movement in 2022, it is important for our movement to reconnect with the historical roots to ensure a fulfilling and rewarding future for the Wise Men International as a service organization, promoting cultural understanding and awareness, leading to brotherhood and world peace.
How can we honor our founder and ensure a strong future for our movement while safeguarding Paul William Alexander's vision and values, as important to us as an organization today as it was in 1922? Over several days, the group visited various Ohio landmarks of historical significance to our movement, including where Paul William Alexander lived and worked, as well as his burial site, gathering information on his life to share with today's membership and to further develop our Legacy Project initiative planned for our centennial.
The tour began on January 7th with a first stop at 1017 North Huron Street in Toledo, the address identified as Paul's childhood home, where he was raised by his mother and his elder sister from the age of 3, following the untimely death of his father. The building we found was run down and appeared abandoned.
The second stop that day was the address where he lived with his family after marriage. The home at this location was small but relatively tidy. Despite our efforts, we could not find anyone to talk to us. Next, we visited St. Paul Episcopal Church, where his funeral and memorial service had been led by Reverend Howard H. Graham on July 3, 1967. Paul was a member of this church in the 1930s and 1950s.
We also took time to stop by the location of the original YMCA in Toledo, the one to which our founder pledged his service. Now housing a family court, a small plaque at the exterior continues to acknowledge the building's history as home to the first Wise Men. Our final destination on this part of the tour was the historic Woodlawn Cemetery, where we knew from Founder Legacy Project co-chair Debbie that Paul William Alexander, his wife Lorraine, and his children were buried. Paul was presumably cremated and his ashes placed in an unmarked grave 3 days later following the service at St. Paul's Episcopal. He was joined by Lorraine the following summer on August 19th, 1968.
Knowing only that the gravesite was in Section 31, we struggled for many minutes under freezing rain to locate the small stone 274 marking the final resting place of our founder. It was mind-boggling to the group that there was no headstone or official recognition of our esteemed leader.
The Founder Legacy Project team also visited the current YMCA in Toledo, where we saw members enjoying various programs in a vibrant atmosphere. The same evening, we met with Mr. Brad Toft, the CEO, over dinner, who was very pleased and sympathetic to our mission, pledging his support to help us find ways to honor Paul William Alexander.
On our last day, January 8th, we were warmly welcomed by the Toledo mayor in his office.
오늘 신혜님과 말씀 나눈 이 부분을 국제 총재로서 국제 우리 와이스맨스 클럽의 지도자들하고 같이 다시 또 업데이트할 겁니다. 그래서 앞으로 이제 이 프로젝트를 해 나감에 있어서 공동 체어맨인 우리 파스터 에어리어 프레지던트, 그리고 코리아 에어리어 프레지던트 일렉터 이 두 분이 공동 체어를 맡고 있고 또 국제 사무 우리 총장이랑 같이 해서 앞으로 실무 어떤 차원에서 또 이런 부분을 더 계속 이야기할 수 있을 겁니다. 예, 그래서 앞으로 좀 오면은 이 부분에 우리 폴 윌리엄 알슨더 레거시 프로젝트를 진행함에 있어서 우리 시장님과 또 우리 회장님의 적극적인 어떤 지원과 여러 가지 관심 협조를 부탁을 드립니다.
I would assume it would make sense for them, if you guys to use me as the communication, line of communication back and forth. Wouldn't that make sense?
I think that would make a lot of
Yeah.
sense.
사실 이렇게 시장님을 뵙고 회장님을 뵙고 이렇게 하는 것이 쉽지 않는 일인데 이렇게 정말 귀한 시간 내주셔서 정말 감사드립니다.
I appreciate your time and your work, and it's important to promote and assist organizations like yours that serve our common humanity and bring people together and celebrate the things that unite us. So this is an easy thing to get behind because our world needs more of it.
We have a task force right now, myself and Dr. Kim from Korea, and he's the area president-elect for Korea, are working together with some of the other areas because we have 63 countries that we serve, and we have 25,000 members.
We would have permission to do anything on that property, even if the structure is not there. We have the permission to do anything on that property we want. The legal permission to make improvements to that property, to build something, there are no restrictions. It's just a matter of how we would afford it. So.
We're here in Toledo, Ohio, and we just left the government building, which is behind us. We had a meeting with the mayor of Toledo as well as the CEO of the YMCA in Toledo, and we hope to be able to come up with a feasible way of honoring all of it.
We are getting
우리는
near
2022
centennial
년
of our movement, the year 2022. In that context, the Convention of Denmark is very important. I think the Convention of Yosu showcased the possibility and challenges. As my slogan, yes, we can change, we can create more. My sincere hope and congratulations, International Convention in Denmark.
Thank you very much.
Let us commit now to working together tirelessly to build our movement further on our great legacy so that in 2022 we are stronger than ever, inspired by and respectful of our past, but motivated by a bold new future that is ours to build. Please join this opportunity of your lifetime, a journey right into the history where it was written.
This production is produced by the Public Relations Department of Wise Men International under the direction of Varghese Corazon, International Service Director.